Okay, I got my 0 on. My 0's in between my OA and my 1, and I see just the littlest bit of disconnection here. So before I get down to start doing my skin taper, I'm just gonna go around. You can see there's a little bit of heavy muscle structure where the muscle structure is concave right there. So I'm gonna go a little heavier in with a shorter measurement, just so I can fake the look that that's nice and smooth right there. So I'll use the last couple teeth of this clipper to notch, cut into that muscle structure. And that just kind of, same way you would point cut with a shear. These notch cuts kind of break up some of the density and allow it to look a little more smooth. So here's a little bit of weight that we see right here. And 0, I always use it again open. I'll close it if we need to. And a little bit of weight right here.
I think I forgot what my face looks like.
Oh, I can't wait to show you. I'm a big fan of cutting hair away from the mirror. One, because I'm using cordless clippers and mostly corded tools, except for my T-finisher really. So there's not a lot of space to get all the way behind. I also love the tension of, the tension of the client not being able to see their haircut till you're done. So it really is a lot on you to have the confidence to know that you're doing the right job and not needing to ask your client a lot of questions during their haircut. So I think it's fun that over the years and after all this practice that you know you're gonna hit the proper haircut every single time, so you can keep them turned away from the mirror. And the excitement that they get when people get the big reveal and you get to see the haircut in the end, I think is one of my favorite parts of this job. And then the most important reason we keep at barbershops the clients turned away from the chair is because we're creating a sense of community. So this way we can talk to the mail lady that comes in. When another barber comes in and says hi, the client gets to see them. The client might have a friend sitting in the chair next to them. So everyone gets to talk, which is, you know, the conversation of the barbershop might possibly be the best reason to be in a barbershop. It's what we come here to do. We talk about really important things sometimes. Sometimes we talk about really important things. We talk about all those things that you can't talk to anybody else about. We're talking about all those things. And I really cherish that part of being a barber, being able to, with respect, say anything you want to say in this chair. Your secret's safe. No one's going to judge you. Everyone's probably going to chime in and tell you their story so you don't feel alone. And I feel like it's kind of like a therapy for me, as well as a lot of my guys that comes in. It's where they get some things off their chest. Sometimes I get to get some things off my chest, you know? Win-win, huh, Ian?
Yeah.
It's that hair off your face. Really important. Keep your guys' faces clean. Close your eyes, darling. I just say close your eyes and give a little blow dry. Make sure these guys aren't sitting with hair all over their face. So while you're cutting your client's hair, there's other people waiting in these chairs. There's other people watching you give a haircut. If these other guys are seeing how nice your haircut looks, building from the foundation up and seeing that they look clean, they look comfortable, that guy has more of a chance to come into you. If he needs a fill-in barber or looking for a new barber, you never know, right? So make your clients look comfortable and clean while you're cutting your hair. These guys are your billboards when they walk out of the barbershop, but they're also the billboards while they're in the barbershop. You wanna make them look comfortable. It shows the other guys that they'll be comfortable in your chair too. So I've got my fast feed closed all the way. We're gonna start our skin. We'll do skin on the taper. We'll work our way down into skin. A little bit halfway down the beard. While I'm here, I'm gonna open it just a little to blend into the OA, which is my clipper all the way open. And I'll blend it down just a little to work into the beard. Close it again. I'll work around my ear. Make sure there's no hairs there. And then we'll choose how high we'll take this taper in the back. We'll go pretty high up here. Everything beneath that will be T-finisher and then a box razor so we can get the closest cut possible. So again, opening your clipper just halfway to blend the skin into the OA, which is all the way open. And I'll work my way, I'll open a little bit more or close a little bit more and adjust depending on what my eyes see. There's a little bit heavier weight moving up, so I'll open my clipper to get a little closer to open, but not all the way. And you can see these clippers just magically erase if you pay attention to when you were open, when you were closed, and where your guides are. And again, close it again, go all the way around that ear. Nice and smooth. And then same height we did on the other side of skin. And working our way down into that OA on the beard. While I have my OA open, I'm just gonna go around and do a little clipper over comb. This is a little heavy, and I wanted it heavy, but just to make sure that transition is nice and smooth, just go straight up with my comb, and again, that C shape so I can comb down, grab tension combing up, and I'm not flipping my comb all over the place. It's just one smooth movement all the way up. And all I do is grab that hair. I have guides on either side. I can see where the hair needs to come off. When I see that hair in my clipper, I start to run my clipper back and forth against the comb, straight up in a vertical line, all the way up to infinity. Same thing with clipper over comb and your measurements. You're on the heel of the comb. I don't have the teeth of the comb in the hair. It's rested on the heel. That's where I anchor my tool so that I'm not going into head shape. I'm simply grazing across the weight that I need to pick up. And that heel stays nice and straight. And all I do is let my arm pick it all the way up and off. And I just work that until I feel it's smooth. I flip the comb vertical, again, to help me keep a super vertical shape. These hairs are growing all kinds of different ways. So your combs, your tools, your clippers, mostly your combs might be turning different ways too sometimes, depending on how you need to grab that hair. You can see we just smooth that out just a little bit so everything's nice and even.